It is time to check out some interesting sports magazine sales from the second part of June 2024. Let's go. All right, I always guarantee you will see at least one magazine cover you've never seen before. How about this one? 1998 Hoop Magazine, beautiful shot of Kobe Bryant throwing it down. This one went raw on eBay for $50. And here is a very early Tiger Woods 1993. This is About Time magazine, possibly his first cover ever. Junior golf sensation Tiger Woods. This one went for $30 raw on eBay. And hold up, we're going even earlier. 1992, Catch That Tiger. This is the Massachusetts Golfer magazine, the official magazine of the Massachusetts Golf Association, and an extremely young Tiger Woods there. This one went raw on eBay for $35. From 1983, this is the ACC Basketball Handbook. That is, of course, Michael Jordan with the North Carolina Tar Heels on the cover. This is a CGC 8.5 copy. It's sold on eBay for $333. From 1975, the legendary Pele, his first and only Sports Illustrated cover. And this is a CGC 6.5 qualified. It is missing 2/3 of page 2, according to the label. And despite that, this one sold on eBay for $240. From 1963, it is the beautiful first Sports Illustrated cover for Sandy Koufax. This is a CGC 6.5, and it sold on eBay for $500. How about this 1970 cover? No, this is not a comic. This is Pro Magazine from the National Football League. And you've got the Chargers versus the Packers, and featuring some legends here: Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, Iron Man, several others. And this one sold raw on eBay for $25. From 1971, it's Life magazine. You have Muhammad Ali and you have Joe Frazier, Battle of the Champs. It's a subscription copy with the label removed, and it's been autographed by Muhammad Ali, authenticated by PSA, sold on Heritage Auctions for $252. From 1962, here's Mickey Mantle on the cover of Sports Illustrated, Indispensable Yankee. It is signed by Mickey Mantle, authenticated by Beckett, and this one sold on Heritage Auctions for $720. From 1934, it's Asahi Sports. You have the Great Bambino, Babe Ruth on the cover. This one sold on Heritage Auctions for $276. From 1947, Jackie Robinson on the cover of Time magazine, absolutely iconic issue. It's a CGC 4.0 copy. This is the Canadian edition. It's sold on Heritage Auctions for $432. From 1954, Stan the Man Musial on the cover of Sport magazine. It's a CGC 9.4 super high grade for the era, and this one sold on Heritage Auctions for $492. From 1976, it's the first Sports Illustrated cover for possibly the greatest third baseman of all time. That is Mike Schmidt, and this is a CGC 9.0 copy, sold on Heritage Auctions for $960. From 1984, it's the iconic first pro cover for Michael Jordan with Sports Illustrated. A Star is Born, got the rookie Chicago Bulls jersey. Michael Jordan lights up in the NBA. This is a subscription copy with the label removed. It's graded as an 8.0, sold for a strong price of $750 on Heritage. From 2022, this is Joe Burrow on the cover of Sports Illustrated. It's not his first cover, but I do believe it's his first pro cover there with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's a CGC 9.8 copy, and it sold for $432 on Heritage Auctions. From 1988, this is very cool. It is the inaugural game program for the Arena Football League. It was the Detroit Drive versus the Pittsburgh Gladiators, excuse me, April 28th, 1988. And it's a CGC 8.0, sold for just $69 on Golden Auctions. From 1982, Eastern Basketball Magazine, and you've got Patrick Ewing and you've got Ralph Sampson, both still in college with Georgetown and Virginia, respectively. This one sold raw on Golden Auctions for $42. From 1958, this is Hall of Famer Richie Ashburn on the cover, and it's been autographed by Ashburn, authenticated by PSA. It is a subscription copy, and it sold on eBay for $55. From 1974, this is a Japanese magazine, not sure of the exact title, but how about this? You got two absolute legends going head to head. MLB Hall of Famer Tom Seaver and one of the most legendary overseas baseball players, Sadahiro Oh, and this was whenever the Mets went on a Japan tour, and this one sold raw on eBay for $70. From 1958, Star Weekly magazine. Beautiful cover with Hammerin' Hank Aaron. It sold ungraded on eBay for $20.49. From 1986, this is Dominique Wilkins, Red Hot Hawk. It's his first solo Sports Illustrated cover, by far his most collectible Sports Illustrated cover. It's a CGC 7.0 copy. It sold on eBay for $82. From 1981, The Great Gretzky. It is his first Sports Illustrated cover. This is a CGC 7.5 newsstand copy. This one went on auction on eBay, and with 19 bids, it sold for $500. From 1988, Dallas Cowboys magazine, and you have Herschel Walker, now a politician, and this one sold ungraded on eBay for $80. 1994, Pistol Pete Sampras on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Not his first cover, but still a very cool cover shot. The Wimbledon King, Pete Sampras. Of course, that was before Roger Federer became the new Wimbledon King. And this CGC 9.0 copy sold on eBay for $100. From 1991, Michael Jordan, it's the Raging Bull cover. This is a CGC 9.2 copy, and it sold in auction on eBay with 39 bids, went for $722.50. From 1966, beautiful Sandy Koufax cover here, and it's Dell Sports Magazine. This is a CGC 8.5, and sold on eBay for $250. This one is very cool. I've definitely never seen this one. It is from 1959, and it is a Rawlings Athletic Equipment catalog. And that is, of course, Mickey Mantle on the cover. This one sold ungraded on eBay for $262. From 2001, it's Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer Craig Biggio, on the cover of Astros magazine. It has been autographed by Biggio, authenticated by Beckett, sold on eBay for $49.99. Here's a cool Slam cover from 2008. That is, of course, future NBA MVP Derrick Rose, still playing with the Memphis Tigers in college, and this one went raw on eBay for $29. From 1946, Leatherneck Magazine. It's the magazine of the Marines, and you've got a New York Yankee on the cover, unnamed, and this one sold on eBay for $24. From 1998, love this cover with Mark McGwire. That 1998 home run chase was so memorable for me. The great home run chase in pursuit of Mac Jr. and Sammy, a remarkable 72-hour odyssey. And this is a beautiful CGC 9.8 copy, sold on eBay for $163.72. From 1991, here's a very nice Beckett basketball magazine cover. That is Michael Jordan. He's in his USA Olympics jersey, number 9, and it's a CGC 9.6 copy, sold on eBay for $125. From 1976, here's a cool Reds yearbook, and you've got Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Johnny Bench, Dave Concepcion, and this one sold raw on eBay for $36. Iconic magazine cover here that also doubled as an iconic card, and this is Bo Jackson on the cover of Beckett from 1990. It's a CGC 9.4, of course, flashing both the football shoulder pads and the baseball bat. This one sold on eBay for $195. From 1938, I love this cover. This is Jack Dempsey's All Sports magazine, and that is Jolton Joe DiMaggio on the cover. It's a CGC 5.5 copy. It sold for $157.50 on eBay. Here's a modern Slam magazine from 2024. That is Allen Iverson on the cover. It's a CGC 9.6 copy, and it sold for just south of $100 on eBay. From 1984, Michael Jordan on the cover of the Sporting News. He was the College Player of the Year, with North Carolina. It's a subscription copy with the label removed. Sporting News, of course, is currently too large to be graded. At least these regular issues were. And this one sold on eBay for $20. From 1984, it's Newsweek magazine. I love the Newsweek sports covers. This is Carl Lewis, America's Best. It's a subscription copy. It has been autographed by Carl Lewis, authenticated by PSA, and it sold on eBay for $149. From 1973, two NBA legends who are both close to my heart, and that is Walt Frazier, former Southern Illinois Saluki, and Los Angeles Lakers great Jerry West. It's a CGC 8.5 copy. This one sold on eBay for $400. From 1983, it's another copy of Eastern Basketball Magazine. This time it's MJ on the cover with North Carolina, possibly his first ever solo cover, if you think about it. And this is a CGC 9.2 copy sold on eBay for $500. From 2016, this is Larry Fitzgerald. You do not see this cover very often because if you read the top headline on that issue, it says The Last Tango, Manning versus Brady. That's because this was a variant cover. The majority of the country that week received a cover with Manning and Tom Brady that said The Last Tango, pretty well-known cover. But this Larry Fitzgerald was a regional variant that you just don't see too often. This is a newsstand copy that has been signed by Larry Fitzgerald, one of the greatest receivers of all time, authenticated by PSA, and it sold on eBay for $199.95. Love this cover here. It is Street and Smith's basketball magazine from 1980. You have a very young Larry Bird with the Celtics, and then you've got legend Dr. J, Julius Erving with the 76ers. This one's been signed by Dr. J, authenticated by JSA, and sold on eBay for $169. If you know me, you know I love this one. That is my guy, Rafa Nadal, on the cover of Tennis Magazine. This is from 2013. It's been signed by Nadal, authenticated by JSA. This one sold on eBay for $275. By the way, that clay court he's standing on, the French Open, yeah, he won that title only 14 times. Here's the recent Slam Magazine cover commemorating the Boston Celtics NBA championship. 18 rings, the greatest franchise of all time. You got Al Horford, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Jason Tatum, and Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. This is the gold medal edition, limited to 94 copies, and it sold raw on eBay for $159. From 1975, the Golden Bear Jack Nicklaus, a magnificent Masters. It's a CGC 7.5 copy, and it sold on eBay for $299. From 1971, that's Hall of Famer Fergie Jenkins on the cover, pitching for the Cubs. This is actually a pretty tough one to find in newsstand. This one's been autographed by Fergie Jenkins, authenticated by Beckett, sold for $145 on eBay. From 1965, Press Box Baseball Magazine, Mickey Mantle in mid-swing on the cover, CGC 8.5, sold for $200 on eBay. From 1972, Los Angeles Champions at Last. This was when Jerry West finally got his NBA title, but that's Wilt Chamberlain on the cover, and it's a CGC 7.5. This one sold in auction on eBay for $405 with 9 total bids. From 1973, the greatest racehorse of all time, Secretariat Triple Threat. It's a CGC 7.0. This one also went in auction on eBay, and it sold for $432. And to close this out, we've got one more eBay auction. This is Hank Aaron with the iconic 715 cover from 1974. It's a CGC 8.5, and it sold for $754. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.